have a viral video that is making the rounds online, on Twitter, and on all social media handles. If you've been following the turn of events, you would know that Lamidi Apapa, who is the factional national chairman of the Labour Party, has allegedly filed a petition to the Supreme Court in Abuja to withdraw the case made by Peter Obi and the Labour Party over the electoral irregularities and one or two irregularities that were or took place during the just concluded general elections, bearing the fact that Peter Obi is part of his party too and fighting to reclaim his stolen mandate, allegedly, for Apapa Lamidi to come out as the national leader and allegedly tell the Supreme Court to withdraw this case. That means something is fishy somewhere. So to explain this, somebody from the Labour Party, but the factional aspect or the factional division of or led by Julius Abure, this particular person talking about Kennedy Ahanotu, who is the National Publicity Secretary and the present acting National Youth Leader of the party, could not stop where he stopped. He came up to really make different proclamations and pointing at the fact that whatever Lamidi Apapa and his own faction of the Labour Party are planning wouldn't work. Now, Kenneth Ahanotu is actually a member of the National Executive Committee of the same party. So he felt that whatever has been taking place between Julius Abure and Lamidi Apapa should be waived because Lamidi Apapa stands to be suspended by the NWC and the NEC alongside other 4 members of the party. What Kenneth Ahanotu talk about the stage where the Labour Party is now in reclaiming the mandate?
Number one, I would like to tell Nigerians, given this opportunity, to disregard whatever Comrade Irabu Anselm is saying. On 18th of October last year, 2022, Irabu was suspended by the party, and 6 months exactly, 18th of this April, NEC, confirmed that suspension and recommended him for total expulsion from the party. So I wonder why Irabu will always continue to call himself the national leader of the party. It can only happen in this part of the world when an organization where you are working with have asked you that they don't want you again and you insist that you must serve them. It can only happen in Nigeria. If Arise TV says they don't want your services again, you don't need to go around parading yourself, saying that you are still an analyst or a news person with Arise TV. That is what Irabu has been doing. He has been writing a lot of long story letters, telling, miscommunicating to Nigerians. But that's by the way. I would like to tell Nigerians to ignore Irabu Anselm. If he wants to be the national leader of the party, there are processes and procedures. For now, he is no longer the national leader of the party.
If truly he's not a member, and if he's truly, not of any importance, why are you bothered about a man who's not your member approaching the courts to withdraw cases?
I'm bothered, and you should be bothered because
no.
Nigerians.
I'm not a member of your party, so I shouldn't be bothered.
Misinformed.
No.
So
let's also not misinform Nigerians. I'm not a member of your party, so I shouldn't be bothered. So I'm asking the questions. If you say a man who's not a member of your party is trying to approach the courts, then it shouldn't be any kind of worry for you and members of your party.
No, it worries us because somebody cannot just come and begin to misinform the public and say that.
That means he's still influential, even as you say he's not a member of your party.
What do you call influential? And if Arise gives him that popularity and publicity for him to tell Nigerians that he's this, he's that, it calls for attention. And that is why I'm here to disabuse whatever he may have said yesterday.
Right. So what
Secondly,
you're saying, so that we can maximize the few minutes that we have, you're saying that Anselm Eragbe stands expelled or suspended
from the party? He has been recommended to the convention
but
for total expulsion.
Recommendation. That's where it's at.
But NEC have confirmed his suspension, that he remains suspended.
Right. So the Lamidi
Apapa issue. Yes, we got that hint. In fact, that was why Nigerians started shouting when these men hijacked the party. Of course, it was a hijack because I'm a member of the NWC. I am not suspended, and nobody restrained me. but they came into the party, hijacked the party office, broke into the party office without due notice of a meeting. We have a WhatsApp platform for the NWC. There was no notice of meeting. Before that, their hijack happened. And 5 of them came. And if you read the Labour Party constitution, before you remove the national chairman of Labour Party, you must go through the constitutional process, which says that the NEC must sit. And for that purpose, but to tell you that these guys have somebody that is drumming for them behind the scene, they came that particular day, their achievement was distributing positions to themselves.
Who do you think is beating the drum for them behind the scenes?
Of course, Nigerians are suspecting APC to be doing that. Of course, I can say it's APC because Arabambi, who they brought back, Arabambi has been expelled by the party in Akure Convention. He was just given a messy ground, brought close to the party, and again he has been suspended because he has continuously done the same thing. So for them to come that day, the same day that they hijacked party office, that same day they distributed position to themselves, that same day they recalled back people that went through due process to be suspended. They recalled them back that same day. And Arabambi was a man seen on national TV raising the hand of Dapo Abiodun of Ogun State during the campaigns. So why will anybody not believe that it's APC that is drumming this?
What could be the motive on the part of the APC?
The motive is that Labour Party, as you all know, as Nigerians can believe, have done well in 2023 general election. The aftermath of 25th February election went beyond their expectation. Of course, it went beyond 4 persons tweeting in a room, as they called us. So the achievement is what they are trying to fight and blow behind this action. The genesis is that, Labour Party has been there as a political party. After the passage of Not Too Young to Run bill, I joined the party. In 2017, I joined the party, and in 2019, I ran for election. And I've taken time to understudy. And I discovered that most of these guys doing this hijack now are people that believe in status quo. They never believe in progress of the party. But Julius Abure, since assumption, have taken the party to another level. This is the first time Labour Party ran a very strong election in Nigeria. You could prove me wrong if I'm wrong, please. This is the first time that Labour Party is producing 36 House of Rep members, producing 8 senators, producing a president in waiting as far as I'm concerned, producing a governor and another governor in the coffins. Enugu State will still come to bear. So before now, all they do is do business, transaction, collect money from people, and they don't run an election. But Julius Abure...
That used to happen.
That used to happen. And Julius Abure have come. Not now. Before now. That is what they do before the emergence of Julius Abure. Right. And these guys have now seen that new breath of fresh air have come to Labour Party, and they still want to bring Labour Party to those floor level where they will remain to be a transactional political party. But we, the younger generation that have joined the party, have said no to that. And that is why you are seeing total departure from some of those things they do, and that is why some of them are now, if a man believes in the philosophy of the party, why will the person say that somebody else different took the party to court? Why will you now be fighting your national chairman because somebody else took him to court? It calls for a questioning. As of today, I'm talking to you, there is no court of competent jurisdiction that have indicted Julius Abure.
Okay, that's bygone. You've heard it from Kennedy Ahanotu there. He couldn't stop talking because from what he said, he spoke with grievances in his mind or from his heart. And from analysis, if you ask me, I will tell you that Apapa is on a wild goose chase. I don't think he could or he will be able to achieve such a feat without the approval of the Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Gregory Obi. Now, mind you, or have it in mind that Ahanotu is part of the National Executive Committee, and this faction believes so much in Julius Abure, the former national chairman or the factional national chairman of the Labour Party. Hence, the authenticity of the expulsion or suspension and subsequent expulsion of Lamidi Apapa and somebody who claimed to really have the pin code to Peter Obi's victory, talking about Anselm Eragbe. Anselm Eragbe was the former factional youth leader of the Labour Party. But if you would recall, he came up on national papers or on dailies to say that he had the pin code to Peter Obi's success. Peter Obi, being his principal, was supposed to frown at this, and he didn't. So I have a viral video that has come up to really explain how well Anselm Eragbe feels he has the pin code to Peter Obi's success, and if he is actually legitimate. And you will know from this particular viral video who has been responsible for the factionalization or the attempted factionalism of this Labour Party. You will also know who has been responsible or who has been paying or who has been paying for the attempt to factionalize the Labour Party and to bring forth Apapa Lamidi as the factional chairman of this party. This particular revelation will blow your mind. Don't touch that dial. Watch this.
You know, the Labour Party was the only political party that visited virtually all the senatorial zones in Nigeria. We took our campaigns to senatorial zones, not just states. So Julius Abure was so busy. I was also in that campaign train. He was so busy. When police was inviting him, he's a public figure. He can't run away from Nigeria. He replied police severally.
So what's the leadership? What's the leadership of your party saying now?
He visited police.
We're running out of time. What's the leadership of your party saying specifically? Let's start with the presidential candidate. What's the conversation from him to ensuring that everyone sheathe their sword and pursue a united cause, especially at the tribunal?
One thing you don't have to do is when you discover a Judas among you, find a way to push him aside. Because definitely it's going to be a clog in the wheel of your progress. If you see what we did in Asaba, it was all-inclusive net meeting. You saw all the state chairmen were there and state secretaries. All the elected members of the party were there. PO was there. Senators, elected senators were there. And you saw that the party is one. So what these guys are trying to do is to satisfy the payment they were made.
Who made the payment?
They will have to tell us sometime. The man that had pin code to Peter Obi's success ran for Senate. He didn't win his polling unit. I mean, if I have a solution for somebody, okay, as a pharmacist, if you want to test a drug, you apply it somewhere. Where has he applied that his pin code? He didn't apply it in his own election. He ran for Senate. He didn't win his polling. Even his ward chairman, I know him. He doesn't know him. He didn't see Eragbe. Eragbe didn't campaign in his ward. And this is a man that had pin code for a presidential success.
Right.
How can you believe that?
Very quickly, the outcome of the Imo Labour Party convention. What can you tell us about
As far as
that?
we know,
Right.
Labour Party had one primary in Imo that produced Senator Atan Achono. That is what I can say for now. The other speculations that I had that there were primaries in Imo State, two were done by this same faction. One Kali and Eragbe Anselm conducted one. Arabambi Publicity conducted another one, which means that even between them, the factional guys you have mentioned, even between them, they are broken already because something is driving them, which is money.
Yeah, political pandemonium here and there. Political confusion in the Labour Party, factionalism taking place here and there. But I tell you what, this particular occurrence is not going to stop Peter Obi from pursuing his mandate, because he said this in a Twitter space sponsored by him a few days ago to obedience and members of the public. So the tumult or the political catastrophe or the denting of the polity in Nigeria right now may affect the political periphery or the political space. But Peter Obi and Deti Baba Ahmed have reassured Nigerians and obedience alike that none of this factionalism or attempts to really bring political headache or political unrest in the party will stop them from reclaiming their mandate. Though he has purged out the fact that 29th of May would not actually be a judgment day for Nigerians, but he would fight tooth and nail, rain and storm, sun and brimstone to see that he reclaims his mandate. Thanks for joining us. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you always subscribe to Nation's Voice Tower, to your families, friends and well-wishers, and make this video go viral. Don't forget to watch till the end. See you next time.